So one county appears to believe so. Snohomish County officials say that they will ask the state to allow them to move ahead, even though they don't actually meet all of the criteria. King 5's Eric Wilkinson joining us live in Everett. So tell us more about this, Eric.
Yeah, well, Snohomish County meets nearly all of the guidelines for moving into phase 2, but there is one sticking point, and that is becoming a point of contention. Between personal protective equipment, testing, and most other metrics, Snohomish County is doing just fine in its mission to move into phase 2 of reopening. All but one, the number of new cases. Governor Inslee wants no more than 10 new cases per 100,000 people over a 2-week period. But look at California, our state's partner in the reopening process. They just loosened restrictions, allowing for 25 new cases per 100,000 people every 2 weeks. Why so strict here? Governor Inslee says it's to save lives. Now, though, Snohomish County is asking the governor to allow it to move to phase 2 without meeting that strict standard. County Health Officer Dr. Chris Spitter is saying things are moving in the right direction, and we believe we currently have the infrastructure, plans, and partnerships in place to enter into phase 2 with reasonable confidence that we can continue to suppress transmission of the virus. Late today, Governor Inslee didn't rule that out.
In regard to Snohomish, under the current order, there is not a procedure for that. But in the next few days, we will have more decisions about June 1 and where we go from here. And I think some of that will be responsive to some of the concerns that some of the folks in Snohomish County have. We've had good talks with their leadership as recently as last night or night before last. So I think there'll probably be some pleased folks to some degree.
The governor says those talks could begin as soon as tomorrow, and certainly people all across this state will be watching very closely to see if perhaps their counties could begin to move a bit more quickly into phase 2. We will certainly be on top of this tomorrow and bring it to you just as soon as we hear. For now, live in Everett tonight, Eric Wilkinson, King 5 News.